Az ENSZ közgyűlése felszólította Izraelt, hogy azonnal hirdessen tűzszünetet a gázai övezetben. Az izraeli ENSZ nagykövet Gilad Erdrán elkeseredett reakcióját láthatjuk a most következő feliratozott, vágott videóban. Próbálom felfogni a felfoghatatlan helyzetet, de nekem is az a véleményem, hogy csak kompromisszum hegyek és tűzszünet hozhat enyhülést.
Colleagues, I could stand here and repeat the horrifying atrocities committed by Hamas on October 7th, when there was a ceasefire in place that was violated by Hamas's planned massacre. Planned. But I have already stood here and showed you footage from that dark day. I have repeatedly discussed the horrors and the bloodshed, but sadly this body prefers to keep its head in the sand. Sadly, this is what the UN has become. So instead of talking about the past, I will try to remind this body of the present and talk about the future. The future that awaits us if the Hamas Nazis are not eliminated. A humanitarian ceasefire means a terrorist-saving ceasefire. This resolution only seeks an end to the war against Hamas Nazis. Sorry for the words. You don't give a damn about Israel and our future. And indiscriminate rocket fires, thousands and thousands on Israeli civilians. That wasn't enough for you? All a ceasefire secures is a future for the genocidal jihadists. It is only Hamas that this resolution is defending. This resolution aims to keep Hamas in power, period. Because you could have said something else in your resolution. You could have called them to turn themselves in, to release all the hostages. Then the war would end tomorrow morning. Hamas is currently holding 132 hostages in Gaza. 9-year-old Emily Hand spent 50 days as a hostage. You know what happens? Today, weeks after her release, she still cannot speak. She's too afraid. She can only whisper. She's just whispering. Why? Because Hamas terrorists threatened to murder her if she made even the slightest sound in the terror tunnel where she was being held. For heaven's sake, ceasefire now, while they are still being held, is the most immoral thing to do. But since October 7th, Hamas has fired over 11,000 rockets and missiles at Israel. And today, Hamas proved that murdering Israelis is even more important than preserving the Islamic holy sites they claim to protect. To the Arab League, to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, I ask, this is who you have chosen to defend? A group of genocidal terrorists that prefer jihad at any cost over Islamic holy sites? Just as ISIS destroyed mosques, ISIS is willing to blow up Al-Aqsa. And so many of you are willing to defend them. Unbelievable. Mr. President, Israel's operation in Gaza is not a response to October 7th. It's not. It is to ensure, only to ensure, that such atrocities never happen again. And the only way to do so is to obliterate Hamas's capabilities. There's no other way. There's no other option. Hamas is a cancer and it must be eradicated. And every resolution passed here that doesn't support Hamas's elimination only serves to empower these terrorists and promote a future of regional suffering. Regional. This is what Hamas's Iranian puppet masters want. We know it. But I cannot understand why the Sunni countries of the world are playing along. This is why no matter how many destructive resolutions this body adopts, Israel cannot stop until Hamas is defeated. This is about our future. This is about our survival. And no General Assembly resolution, I apologize, no General Assembly resolution will force us to commit a collective suicide. We will defend ourselves and we will defend our future. Thank you, Mr. President.
Hogy ez mennyire nehéz, jól mutatja ez a videó, amin az látható, hogy a Hamas eleven emberi pajzsot használó taktikájának része, hogy bázisaikat óvodákban, iskolákban, mecsetekben és kórházakban rendezik be. A Kamal Adwan kórházban az újszülött osztályt és az inkubátorokat is fegyverraktárként használták, valamint a kórház egyik orvosa is részt vett az október 7-i terrorakcióban. Ez az ábra még szomorúbb képet fest. Egy közvéleménykutatás azt mutatja, hogy a Hamasszal elsöprő arányban azonosuló palesztin nép hogyan vélekedik az október 7-i támadásról. Mindezek alapján könnyebb megérteni az ENSZ nagykövet indulatosságát, ha egyetérteni nem is tudok vele teljesen. Köszönöm a figyelmet!